What if the person sitting across from you in therapy needs therapy too? That's the extraordinary truth Lori Gottlieb reveals in her best-selling memoir, Maybe You Should Talk to Someone. Lori isn't just a therapist. She's a storyteller, one who invites us behind the curtain, sharing raw moments from her professional life and her own emotional struggles. Today, we'll journey through Lori's life, from her early years to her rise as a compassionate author reshaping how we think about mental health. Born in 1966, Lori's childhood in Los Angeles was steeped in curiosity and complexity. She grew up in a loving but emotionally nuanced home, learning early on that feelings could be messy, confusing, and sometimes silenced. After earning her bachelor's degree from Tufts University, Lori pursued a master's in clinical psychology at Pepperdine University. It was here that her passion for understanding the human mind deepened, not just to fix problems but to connect with the intricate stories beneath them. Early in her career, Lori became a staff therapist at a hospital in California. She worked with a kaleidoscope of patients, heartbroken, terrified, hopeful, all seeking meaning, healing, or simply a safe space to be heard. But Lori's story doesn't stop there. What makes her memoir so powerful is that she also reveals her own journey through therapy, including the profound grief that shook her world when her father died unexpectedly at the age of 22. Her willingness to expose her vulnerabilities not only humanizes her, but offers readers a mirror, a reminder that none of us are alone in our pain, and that asking for help is a brave, transformative act. Lori's patience read like a mosaic of human experience. Take Rita, a woman in her early 40s grappling with debilitating anxiety. Her fears aren't mere worries. They're the echoes of childhood abandonment, memories that have woven themselves tightly into her nervous system. In therapy, Rita slowly learns to see her anxiety not as a flaw but as a survival mechanism, a protective shield formed in response to pain she never asked for. Lori's sessions unravel these layers with patience and insight, guiding Rita toward a space of self-compassion. But this work isn't just about others. Behind the scenes, Lori is navigating her own emotional terrain. The sudden death of her father when she was 22 shattered her world, leaving a silent grief that felt impossible to voice. It was therapy that became her sanctuary, a place to hold that pain, to understand it, and to begin healing. Lori's memoir gives us a rare window into that process, showing us that even those who guide others must sometimes be led themselves. Through her writing, Lori breaks down the walls of stigma surrounding mental health, proving that vulnerability is strength, and healing is an ongoing journey, not a destination. Lori's memoir isn't just a story. It's a treasure trove of insights that speak to anyone who's ever faced pain, confusion, or the desire to heal. Let's unpack 6 core truths Lori shares. First, therapy is a profoundly humanizing experience. It strips away our masks and lets us confront the vulnerable, messy parts of ourselves. Second, emotional honesty is powerful. Naming and sitting with feelings like sadness or anger unlocks vital understanding about our unmet needs. Third, therapists aren't infallible. Lori openly reveals her own doubts and fears, showing that vulnerability fosters deeper connection. Fourth, healing is rarely a straight line. Setbacks aren't failures but integral parts of growth. Fifth, the narratives we tell ourselves shape our reality. Reframing painful stories transforms how we see ourselves, from victims to survivors. Finally, connection is the heart of healing. Being truly seen and held by others creates a foundation for recovery and growth. Since its release, Maybe You Should Talk to Someone has sparked a seismic shift in how society talks about therapy and mental health. Lori's candid storytelling has dismantled stigma, encouraging millions to see therapy as a courageous step, not a sign of weakness. Her appearances on podcasts, TV shows, and public talks have amplified this message, making her a trusted voice in a culture hungry for empathy and connection. Beyond her memoir, Lori's ongoing work, balancing writing, family life, and advocacy, continues to inspire a new generation of therapists and readers. Her story proves that healing isn't just individual, it's communal, and her legacy is one of openness, honesty, and profound humanity. Lori Gottlieb's journey reminds us that beneath our bravest faces lie stories of pain, hope, and relentless courage. Maybe it's time to ask yourself, what story are you telling about yourself? And who might you become if you dared to tell it differently? Whether you're considering therapy, in the middle of it, or simply seeking understanding, Lori's voice is a beacon, welcoming you into a space where healing begins with being truly seen.